MrBeast deserved all of his success. So growing up, MrBeast had a decent life. He was raised by a single mom and he was a normal kid. He was raised by his mom and he was with his brother. And he was a quiet kid. He wasn't really interested in a lot of things. He was definitely not interested in school. And early in his life with his brother and his mom, things were not the most financially stable. At some point, his mom had to declare bankruptcy. But one thing that he was super interested in and he was super obsessed about was YouTube. And that was from a very young age. He describes himself as an all-in type of guy. So as soon as he got obsessed into YouTube, he learned about YouTube. um, he wasn't quiet anymore. He wasn't quiet about this. He would always he would describe that at school or with his friends, he would only talk about YouTube, but for other things, he would be very quiet. So he describes himself as an all-in type of guy, and when he's interested in something, he just completely obsessed in it. And this is what he did with YouTube, and until now, as we can see, he is the biggest channel on the platform. And when he obsesses about something, he wants to be the best. He's gonna do everything to be the best. He's gonna put in the most amount of hours, the most amount of work to be the best when he is obsessing about something. And something else about MrBeast that not a lot of people knew is that he has a disease that really sucks. He has Crohn's disease, which is a disease that makes your stomach hurt all the time. You have to go to the bathroom all the time. And you have to understand that this really sucks. Let's say he's shooting a video and his stomach is hurting and he has to go to the bathroom. This really sucks. It just makes things a lot harder for him. And he also gets sick super easily. He also gets sick super easily because he has a very weak immune system. He was describing in one of his podcasts when he was in South Africa, he was shooting a video and then he got sick and he had to go to the hospital for 4 days. So you have to understand with him being super busy and having all of these diseases, all these issues like Crons and having a weak immune system, it makes things so much harder for him to be able to actually do his job, to be able to actually do his job. But he just accepts these things as they are. He doesn't want to try to. He doesn't want to create. He doesn't want to use these as excuses. He just pushes through. He's like, okay, this is what I have. What can I do about it? I'll just keep on pushing through, because he's a very, very extremely ambitious person, and because he doesn't like to use these things as excuses, and he's super obsessed. He wants to find people like himself, people that are super obsessed like himself that could work with him and his team. He doesn't like mediocrity. He doesn't like people that just are average or worse, people that are not good. Because he is running all of these multi-billion-dollar businesses, and for these businesses to run properly, he needs to find the best of people. And while he's running all these multi-billion-dollar businesses, like his YouTube channel, which is one of them, Feastables, and there is another company that he just started with Logan Paul and KSI. I don't remember the name, but maybe we could include that in another billion-dollar company, at least millions of dollars. On top of doing all that, he does a lot of charity work on top of all his work. And his reason for doing charity and doing so much donations is simple. He's not trying to have this grandiose reason on why he's doing donations or why he's doing all this charity. His reason is very simple. He likes it. He likes to help people. It makes him feel happy. It's fun. And at the same time, it makes the world a better place. So MrBeast having all of these businesses, all of these venues, YouTube, where pretty much the entire world is watching him, obviously he's gonna get hate, and And on top of even the charity work that he's doing, he's getting a lot of hate specifically for the charity work that he's doing. And he acknowledges that a lot of the hate that comes in gets to him. It sucks. It sucks to he says it himself that it sucks to receive all this hate all this time. And he understands that he will never be able to please everyone. And he also acknowledges that all the work he's doing, running all of these businesses at the same time, it gets to him. It gets to him, and sometimes it says that the work is just too much, and sometimes it just feels that he's overwhelmed and the work is just really hard. He has like crazy schedules. He has so many flights. He's going from one country to another to shoot a video or to attend a meeting, and then he's coming back to the country and then going from one country to the other, and having all of these flights, which sometimes just makes him away from home for a very long time. But even then, he doesn't try to use these as excuses. He pushes through. He understands that the reason why he is in this position, why he is MrBeast, why he is running all of these businesses at the same time, is because only a few people in the world can push through like him. And not to say that, he is, he's not putting himself on a pedestal. He's just saying that his superpower is obsession. If he likes something, he wants to go all in on it. And what's the reason? Why? Why does he do that? Because it's fun. At the end, even with all of the things that, the crazy schedules, the hate, and life being a little bit hard with the Crons disease, at the end, for him, running these businesses is fun for him. Doing YouTube is fun. He does not see anything else in the world that would be as fun as that. That's his ultimate mission. And when is it enough from him? When is it enough for him? Never. He would like to be able to do this forever, because that's the thing that he gets the most joy out of. And he doesn't do it for money. That's what he says. He doesn't do it for money. Everything, or almost everything, is put back into the businesses. Even though he's a billionaire on paper, his YouTube channel is worth at least $1 billion. His Feastable chocolate is worth at least $1 billion. Even though he is a billionaire on paper, he has less than $1 million in his own bank account. And yes, he's gonna do some mistakes. He's gonna be in some controversies, and people are gonna talk about him. But you have to understand that MrBeast is still very young. He's 26, and he started all this like a decade ago, like 10 years ago. So when he was 16. So from the point that from 16 to 26, yes, he was involved, and people were talking about him, and there were drama and controversies. But you have to understand that he was just a kid growing up, making mistakes, like we've all done in our lives. But the difference between us and MrBeast is that he's always in the spotlight, and all of the things that he does are just blown out of proportion. So to conclude, MrBeast is a very hard-working person, and he deserves all the success that he has. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.